Hi everybody, it's Darla from Trying to Be One Smart Cookie, and I'm going to introduce myself to you today. I've already posted a couple of videos, but I thought maybe you would like to get to know me, and I would love to hear about you guys as well. So, to me, age is just a number. I'm 44, I'm soon to be 45. Doesn't bother me to tell people my age at all. I think that is something society put on us, that women are not supposed to tell their age, heaven forbid. Whatever, it's a number. You telling or not telling is not going to change that number. There's just Mark and I that live here. We would have loved to have a house full of children. The good Lord had another plan for us. So we do have a dog, Molly. She is 2. She is a Cane Corso mix. Her mom was a purebred, and her dad was a passerby in the night. So we don't know what she's actually mixed with, but she was a rescue. And we paid $50 for her. She's 83 pounds of muscle and love and joy, and is a very healthy and happy animal. We also have 6 laying hens currently. I generally have more, but we had some health issues with a few of the hens, and we had to, anyway, do what needed to be done. Iris, my tough old bird, she is one of my hens. She is 7 years old, and she lays maybe once a week, maybe twice. But she will live out her golden years here with me, and she comes and sits on my knee outside. I don't let my chickens in the house. That would just be gross. And she chatters to me, and if I forget to put their treats out, because our chickens are fully free range during the day, and they have their coop for safety at night, they'll come to the door and tap on my window with their beak until I put out their fresh fruit or their fresh vegetables or their dehydrated mealworms that I occasionally buy for them. And I do have my chickens trained so that if something comes into the yard, like a fox, a coyote, a bear, whatever, something that would be scary, I can actually go over by the coop and make this noise, whoop, whoop, and it's okay, Molly. My dog's gonna bark. She's sprawled on the bed next to me. They will come back into the coop, and I can close them up and keep them safe. She was sleeping so heavy, and I made that noise, and now she thinks there's something in the yard. Yeah, that is Miss Molly, my girl. In the spring, we do get meat birds. We did not this year because I had some health issues going on and couldn't care for them, so we did not do meat birds this year. If you're vegetarian, vegan, don't believe in eating meat, I get it. Good for you. I respect your opinion. I respect your lifestyle. Don't disrespect mine. I humanely raise my birds, and that's why I feel more comfortable eating them than I would ones that maybe were not so well raised from the store. We also will hunt for meat. We have not been successful the last couple of years, unfortunately, and this year as well, and we did not do the meat birds, so it's going to be a slim winter. I have a huge garden. Love to garden, absolutely love it. It's hard work, but the rewards are worth it. I have a 20 by 12 greenhouse. It's not heated. I live in Canadian Zone 4 for the growing zones, and so it's a very short, very short growing season. We grow enough that my freezer is full. I have done up preserves. I have given to friends and family. I sold a little bit, and not for any amount of money, maybe enough to cover my seed cost. And I also donate when I can. Actually, this spring we're going to extend the garden another 8 feet, and I'm hoping to do at least half of that 8 feet section for donating, because I think with the price of produce Right now, there's a lot of families that cannot afford it, and I think I saw somewhere $8.99 for a head of lettuce. That's crazy. And iceberg lettuce, like there's not even any vitamins in it. Ugh. Anyhow, that is my plan. That is my goal, to try to donate some. What else about me? Oh, yes, I am still overweight some. I'm only 5'3", but I've lost 41 pounds and kept it off for 2 years. I did not use any fad diets for that. If you want to know more about that, let me know in the comments below, and I will do a whole video on it. Let's see. I do have some health issues that you cannot maybe tell just by looking at me, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately, I say that. I have had people in the past in my life that have thought maybe, because I used to work out, it's only the last 3 years that I haven't. And people will look at me and say, oh, it must be so nice to be able to spend all your days at home, or you're lazy, or you're not ambitious, or whatever it happens to be that they think in their head. And I used to take that to heart, very much so. I still sometimes do, even though I know better. The people in my life that matter know better. And yeah, so there we go. And you might be thinking, well, how can you work on a homestead if you can't work out in the workforce? Well, the thing is, if I'm on the homestead, I can take, if I need to take a 3-hour break, I can, you know. My animals always come number one. They're taken care of, whether I have to crawl out to the coop. Like, you know, like that is done. But other things can maybe be put off to a day when my health is in a better place. Put it that way. Why did I decide to do this channel? I decided to do this channel because I thought other people might be in the same situation as me. I see a lot of budgeting videos that are on, you know, how I feed my family of 8 for $5 a week and all that stuff. And I don't think that's feasible where we live. And I don't see anybody doing doing videos that relate to my area of the world. Here in Canada, you are not going to feed a family of 8 for $5 a week. You're just not. I mean, unless you're going to starve, basically. However, in our neighbors down in the States, in the US, they seem to have much better prices on their food and more options. Like their Dollar Tree, I think it's called, has a freezer section. We don't have that here, or at least not in the smaller towns where I live, like that I have access to. And I know a lot of people in the world are in the same situation. So I guess I wanted to do something that was more of a reality than what I was seeing. Also, I have recently decided to take on some minimalist views. I'm not a pure minimalist by any means. I have pictures on my walls, I have stuff on my counters, but besides from a physical illness, I also suffer from depression and anxiety, and all the clutter was very much increasing my anxiety. And I thought, you know what, girl? Get your butt in gear and do something about it. And I thought I'd bring you along on my journey, because I'm figuring there are other people out there that have the same issues as I do. And nothing I say on my channel is, you know, 100% maybe going to work for you. I'm just telling you what works for me and how I go through my stuff, and hopefully it helps you to improve your life some way, somehow, in some little increment. So that is just what I do. And I know I say so a lot before somebody makes a comment on it. That is my go-to word. That and literally. You'll hear me say literally a lot. I'm a big list maker. Love my lists. I even made a list of what I was going to talk about on the video. Anyhow, I am going to try to do a little video today on how I do up my grocery lists and how I try to save a little bit of money on groceries. However, I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that today. That might be a tomorrow project. Okay. Well, thanks for listening and staying around with me. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. And remember to smile at somebody today because they might need it just as much as you do.